is Kochamin and my metric number is 278300. Our group analyzes business ethics and governance of 5 healthcare equipment and service companies, which is Aventa, Hatalega, Kosan, Supermax and Top Glove. So, ethics refers to the moral concept of right and wrong that dictates what people should do, generally regarding duties, rights, justice, social benefits of particular virtues. Corporate governance is a system used to guide and regulate a business. Aventa Berhad was founded by Lo Ching-wan in 2004. They are involved in medical services offered to clinical centers, institutions and hospitals, which is the main business for its company. There are 3 segments that Aventa Berhad operates, which is sterilization provider, healthcare products, and home dialysis products and services. Sterilization provider managed by its subsidiary, which is Electron bin Sendirian Berhad. For healthcare products, its subsidiary is Sun Healthcare Sendirian Berhad. For home dialysis products and services, its subsidiary is Lucentia Sendirian Berhad. Aventa Berhad was listed in the main market of Bursa Malaysia since June 2004. Hatalega Holding Berhad was founded by Kwan Kam Hoon in 1988 and became the world's biggest nitrile glove manufacturer. Its main business specializes in producing and distributing nitrile and latex gloves and high-quality laboratory and surgical gloves. They obtain unrivaled patent technology from improvement in the product, give them a significant competitive advantage since they have the industry's quickest manufacturing lines capable of producing over 45,000 gloves each hour. Hatalega Holdings Berhad was listed in the main market of Bursa Malaysia since April 2008. Kosan Rubber Industry Berhad was founded in 1979 by Dato Lim Kwan Sia. It is one of Malaysia's leading manufacturers of disposable, glove and technical rubber products. Kosan has 3 core businesses: glove, technical rubber products and clean room products. Kosan high-quality products contribute to many significant projects, including rubber bearings for the 2nd Penang Bridge. Kosan Rubber Industry Berhad was listed in the main market of Bursa Malaysia since March 1996. Supermax Corporation Berhad was established in 1987 by Dato Sri Stanley Tai. Supermax Corporation Berhad is a global leader in producing, distributing, and marketing high-quality medical products such as contact lenses and medical gloves. Supermax now has 12 factories that produce various types of natural rubber gloves and nitrile gloves. Other than that, Supermax has 8 distribution centers in Canada, Hong Kong, Japan, Brazil, the United States, Germany, Singapore, and the United Kingdom. In Malaysia, Supermax has 11 manufacturing units with cutting-edge technology, energy-efficient biomass systems, and a research and development facility. Supermax Corporation Berhad was listed in the main market of Bursa Malaysia since August 2000. Top Glove Corporation Berhad was founded in 1991 by Tan Sri Dr. Lim Wee Chai. It has grown from a small company with a single glove production line to becoming the world's largest glove producer. Top Glove expanded its business to non-glove products such as face masks, condoms, exercise bands, dental dams, and home products, satisfying the demand in the healthcare and non-healthcare sectors. Top Glove today has 27 plants, 464 manufacturing lines, and a 42 million glove yearly production capacity. Top Glove Corporation Berhad was listed in the main market of Bursa Malaysia since August 2001. Corporate culture refers to the attitudes and beliefs that govern how a company's management and workers interact and conduct the business effectively and efficiently. It includes the mission, values, structure, and strategies essential for determining its success or failure. For Aventa Berhad, its mission is devoted to long-term growth and providing excellent values to customers and stakeholders. Its mission is aims to be the leader among all industry manufacturing medical gloves and providing quality products and services to satisfy customers' wants. Its strategy is always maintaining the value of integrity in all business dealings and transactions, striving for excellence through accountability and honesty, and any unethical practices will not be allowed. For Hatalega Holdings Berhad, its mission is to give the best possible protection to individuals who operate with their hands in hazardous and exposed situations by continuously developing safer, more convenient and beter glove in certain product categories. Its vision is aimed to be the world-leading glove business, delivering and producing the most innovative and high-quality glove and being recognized as a loving and caring company to the environment. Other than that, their core values shall stand for synergy, honesty, innovativeness, excellence, learning and dedication that defines the qualities of Hartalega in every aspect. For Kosan Rubber Industry Berhad, there are three main missions need to be achieved are financial and operational excellence through technical innovation and advancement, emphasis on people skills and talents, teamwork, welfare and professionalism, and to be a decent corporate citizen with strong policies to protect the environment and promote long-term sustainability. Its vision is aims to be a respected global leader and a well-known among the latex glove manufacturing industry. Their core values include inspired, caring, innovative, honorable, and committed. For Supermax Corporation Berhad, its mission is to be the preferred brand of medical glove worldwide, and its mission is to become the world's leading manufacturer of medical glove. Their core values emphasize growth, passion drive, innovation, productivity, people excellence, and focus. For Top Glove Corporation Berhad, its mission is to ensure secure human protection worldwide, and its vision is to be the world-class partners in healthcare and glove products. Their core values consist of respect, integrity, value, empowerment, and relationships. Top Glove also has 4 effective strategies covering its focus area to create positive long-term value to its stakeholders. First is to become the world's undeniably top latex glove maker with an emphasis on cost effectiveness. Second is to become the world's top manufacturer of nitrile glove with an emphasis on customer service. Third is to be the surgical solution supplier with the faster growth covering key technology competencies. The last one is to materialize strategy acquisition that can generate at least 20% more revenue and cover strategic acquisition priority areas.
I will continue with ethical, safeguard and virtue values for all 5 companies. Ethical safeguard provide guidance of action which attempts to remove the ethical trait. The meaning of virtue is the qualities that are considered to be good or desirable in a person. And for the meaning value is the principle or standard that are considered as important or desirable. Adventure Berhad promotes diversity and fair opportunity for all employees. Next, Adventure Berhad applies zero discrimination against its employee in their company. Now we move to the virtue value of Adventure Berhad. The company always improves understanding about employees' workplace, providing them with fair and equal benefits to retain top talents, hence improving team power by providing them with in-house talks, continual training and development programs, and cultural events. Moreover, Adventure shows the responsibility towards social well-being and society. Adventure also maintains integrity in all the trading and dealing and work honestly and responsibly to achieve excellence. The board of Hartalega Holdings Berhad has formulated several ethical safeguard policies and regulations for the management responsible for conducting its daily operation on their behalf. Among the policies and regulations are no child labor policy, a zero recruitment cost policy, overtime control, and freedom of movement for all migrant workers. This policy and regulation aim to provide guidance and action to be taken to dismiss the company's ethical trait. In terms of virtue values, Hartalega Holdings Berhad is concerned with and encourage the well-being and virtue of its members through a variety of programs such as campaign, yearly performance appraisal, employee surveys, induction programs, engagement sessions, volunteer programs, and recreational events. Among the value practice are synergy, honesty, innovation, excellence, learning, and dedication. Kosan Rubber Industry Berhad emphasizes defending its employees' rights and creating a safe, fair, and healthy work environment. They comply with the Malaysian labor laws and regulations and follow the international standard of human rights policy, compliance with the national statutory minimum pay rate, workforce diversity and non-discrimination, practical care for foreign employees, in-house cleaning and safety training are among the policies and regulations. Now we move to the virtue values of the Kosan Rubber Industry Berhad. Kosan seeks to establish a learning atmosphere that helps its employees reach their potential regarding virtue value. The Kosan companies have a dedicated internal learning and development team that plans and implements structured and targeted employees development programs. Among the value practice are technical skills, on-the-job training, soft skill, management and leadership abilities. Supermat Corporation Berhad emphasizes employee welfare such as health and workplace safety. Policies and regulation of Supermat Corporation Berhad include a strict no child labor policy, encouraging a healthy lifestyle and building camaraderie among employees by providing support for social activities, and equal employment opportunity in terms of gender and ethnicity across all levels of employment, from the boardroom to the factory floor. Now we move to the virtue values of Supermat Corporation Berhad. Supermat organizes several in-house events for the festival celebrations such as Hari Raya, Deepavali and Chinese New Year to encourage a healthy work environment and employee camaraderie, and with the goal of allowing employees from various backgrounds and races to get to know and understand each other's cultures better. Top Glove Corporation Berhad is committed to complying with the International Labour Organization Best Labour Practice and is constantly monitoring and improving its labour practice. The organization has implemented a zero-cost recruiting policy, no forced or excessive overtime, create a passport safekeeping policy, no restriction on movement at work, and no hire children as workers. In terms of virtue value, the firm announced respect, integrity, value, empowerment, and relationship as its new corporate value in August 2019 and instilled the concept in employee via awareness training.
Assalamualaikum to Prof. Amy. I am Noizati and my metric number is 272813. I will continue presenting the part of whistleblowing policy. So the meaning of whistleblowing is reporting by employees or suspected misconduct or illegal acts to superior. So the purpose of this policy is to encourage open work environments as well as to encourage employees to speak out about misconduct in the company. Whistleblowing policy for Abenta Berhad is to provide workers a safe place to share their concern about suspected misbehavior such as fraud, bribery and so on without fear or retaliation. So the company has a code of conduct and also ethical practice to ensure that appropriate standard of conduct and ethical behavior are maintained. And of course, all report will be treated in the strictest confidentially. For Hatta Legal Whistleblowing Policy is to provide a channel for employees, shareholders, vendors to report unethical behavior that may harm the company. Therefore, the company will treat all reports confidentially while protecting anyone who report such concern in good faith. It because the company is committed to achieving and maintaining high standard of corporate governance practice with high integrity. Kosan whistleblowing policy is to provide a confidential avenue for employees and the public to lodge complaints of corrupt practice or wrongdoings to maintain high standard of corporate governance. Actually, the company will ensure the employees or others who make such report will be treated fairly and protected from reprisal. So, anyone who wishes to express their concern in writing can complete the whistleblowing form on the company's official website. Supermat Corporation Berhad's whistleblowing policies aims to protect the company's integrity, transparency, impartiality, and accountability. It also offers a structured reporting route as well as instruction to all workers and other parties on how to report concern without fear or retaliation. However, good faith determined by this company, which is the report, does not have to be proven true, but it must have a good intention rather than bad. Lastly, whistleblowing policy for Top Glove Corporation is to promote transparency and openness. The company also established channel for each stakeholder to report about bribery and corruption, fraud, and so on. However, the Whistleblower Protection Act of 2010 will handle all whistleblower information carefully and strictly. In addition, disclosure can be submitted via email and mailbox as specified on the company's website with the strictest confidence.
Assalamualaikum and hi to Doctor and my fellow fans. I'm Nur Asma Akilah binti Azmi. 273083 will be presenting about anti-bribery or anti-corruption policy. What is bribery? Bribery is the acceptance or giving of a bribe as a reward or inducement to an individual for doing or not doing an act in connection with an official duty. Fees consist of money, bonuses, votes, positions, and other endorsements. And what is corruption? The word corrupt comes from the Latin word corruptio, which means unlawful or improper behavior that seeks to obtain an unfair advantage. Next, we move to the anti-bribery policy of Adventa Berhad. First, for zero tolerance, the board of directors and top-level management are committed to acting professionally with integrity to ensure corrupt gratifications is prevented. Second, the group shall constantly uphold all laws in all companies' operations. Lastly, if any entity in the group or person associated with found to have taken part in bribery or corrupt activities, companies may be subjected to a monetary fine. Next, we move to Harta Lega Holdings Berhad. The policy consists of whistleblowing procedure that is readily available to all employees to report and investigations of allegations of bribery and follow-up actions. Also, appropriate disciplinary actions will be taken against any employee who is found to have performed or knowingly participate in an act of corruption. For the next one, Kosan Rubber Industries Berhad. From the first policy, all employees are prohibited from either directly or indirectly offering and receiving any kind of benefits, either in cash or kind. Kosan's no-give practice seeks to avoid any likely conflicts of interest where any of its employees will be perceived. Also ensure their employees and subsidiaries shall comply with ABC policy. Policy in Supermax includes gift and entertainment, recruitment, also charitable and political contribution. The group recognizes that the exchange of business courtesies such as gift and entertainment is customary and legitimate. The group does not make contributions to political parties, but employees are permitted to make personal declarations to the management. Charitable support and donations are acceptable, but all employees must be careful to ensure that charitable contributions are not used to conceal bribery. For anti-bribery and corruption policies are Top Glove Corporation Berhad. The first one is employees are prohibited from offering, giving, or accepting bribes to gain economic or personal benefits for themselves or others. Second, any business amenity that has been given or accepted by an employee should be evaluated to see whether it has the potential to affect or seem to impact the company's relationship with the organizations. The last policy is authorized by management. Employees are not permitted to receive gratis entertainment from any of company's client, customer, or other parties with whom the company does business.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Sazlina binti Ahmad. My matric number is 273172. I will continue the presentation about corporate social responsibility (CSR). CSR can be defined as the acceptance of responsibility and the encouragement of a positive influence through the company's operation related to the environment, consumers, workers, communities, and other stakeholders. CSR activity includes philanthropic endeavors, employees volunteerism, and core strategy. For first, the company, we will talk about Adventa Berhad. For the environment, Adventa recognizes that we are all living in a planet with an environment increasingly more fragile from pollution by mankind. Next, for social, Adventa sought to guarantee a broad range of human rights with respect to employment and working conditions, health, safety, and social protection, and with specific emphasis on providing equal rights and assistance to vulnerable persons. Lastly, for a governance, Adventa is committed to the highest standard of corporate governance with robust framework, practices, and process crucial to the sustainability of their business. The second company is Harta Lega Holding Berhad. In empowering local community, Harta Lega focuses on education, sports, arts and culture, health, safety and security, community growth and development, humanity assistance. After that, in safeguarding the environment, Harta Lega care about performing beyond compliance standards, effective energy management, waste management, and lastly, environmental conservation activities. Next, caring for their employees is rewarding income, learning and development, social compliance, employee welfare, and safe and healthy workplace. Lastly, upholding the highest standard in qualities such as good corporate governance, ethical and honest culture, stakeholder engagement, and mutual benefit and growth. For the third company, we will talk about Kosan Rubber Industry Berhad. For human rights and equal opportunities, Kosan is committed to protect the right of their people and to create fair, safe, and healthy working environment. Next, for occupational safety and health, employee safety and health has always been a key focus in Kosan, such as review of 5S in practice, in-house cleaning, and safety training. Next, for pupil development, Kosan go through training, technical and vocational education and training (TVET). This training focus in mentorship, technical training and assessment. Lastly, in community outreach, Kosan made glove donation during pandemic to China and also local frontliner. Next, for Yayasan Kosan, Kosan more focused in financial aids such as scholarship and also internship opportunity in Kosan. Lastly, for Project Smile, Kosan provide food aid package to lower income community, also distribution of hand sanitizer and liquid hand soap and other financial aids. For the next company, we will talk about Supermax Corporation Berhad. For renewable energy with biomass boiler, the 3 of Supermax manufacturing plants are installed with biomass boiler which use the latest technology. Next, for wastewater treatment, the company collaborates with the Department of Environment to conduct regular check to ensure full compliance with the department standard on final discharge. Next, for rubber glove waste for recycling, of all the rubber waste are forwarded to rubber recycling companies who will process them and return to the rubber for future use as part of the raw material. Lastly, for Go Green Building. For the last company, we will talk about Top Glove Corporation Berhad. In environment, Top Glove focus on good health and well-being, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, industry innovation and infrastructure, responsible consumption and production, climate action. In social, Top Glove focus good health and well-being, gender equality, decent work and economic growth, reduce inequality. Next, for governance, they focus 2 factors which is responsible consumption and production and peace, justice and strong institution. That's it from me. Thank you.
Good day to doctor. My name is Gao Junjie, menstrual number 270103. Right now, I represent for the Board of Directors. According to the annual reports 2020 of all of these 5 companies, which are Adventa Berhad, Harta Lega Holdings Berhad, Kosan Rubber Industry Berhad, Supermax Corporation Berhad, and Top Glove Corporation Berhad, the board of Adventa Berhad consists of 5 members, which include 1 managing director, 1 executive director, 2 independent non-executive directors, and 1 senior independent non-executive directors. As for Harta Lega Holdings Berhad, the board consists of 8 members, which include 3 executive directors, 4 independent non-executive directors, and 1 senior independent non-executive director. As for Kosan Rubber Industri Berhad, 9 members from the board, which incorporates 6 executive directors and 3 independent non-executive directors. Next, the board of Supermax Corporation Berhad comprises 8 members, including 2 executive directors, 4 independent non-executive directors, 1 independent non-executive chairman, and 1 non-executive director. Lastly, the board of Top Glove Corporation Berhad has the most members. 12 members form up the board, which comprise 1 managing director, 2 executive directors, 6 independent non-executive directors, 1 senior independent non-executive directors, 1 executive chairman, and 1 non-executive director. Regarding the board independence, Malaysian Code of Corporate Governance 2021 suggests that independent directors form up at a minimum of 50% of the company's board. For Avantar Berhad, independent directors account for 60% of the board. For Hatta Liga Holdings Berhad, 5 of the 8 members in the board are independent non-executive directors. Therefore, the independent directors constitute 62.5% of the board. Next, the independent directors constitute 62.5% of the board of Supermax Corporation Berhad, same as Hatta Liga Holdings Berhad. As for the board of Top Glove Corporation Berhad, 7 of 12 members are independent directors, which constitute 58.33% of the board. All of these companies have complied with the practice recommended in MCCG 2021, except for Kosan Rubber Industri Berhad, which account for only 33.33%, less than 50%. Besides MCCG 2021, these 5 companies have complied with the main market listing requirements of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. For instance, the independent directors of all 5 companies have met the standards under the definition of the independent director as prescribed in the main market listing requirements. Furthermore, in accordance with main market listing requirements of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad, the composition of the board of directors must include a minimum of 2 directors or 1/3 of the board members, whichever is higher, are independent directors. All 5 companies have complied with this requirement since the number of independent directors of each of these companies have exceeded the minimum requirement. Regarding the board diversity, MCCG 2021 recommends that the selection of the company's board of directors and senior management should depend on objective standards, quality, and consider the variety in skills, experience, age, cultural background, and gender. A diversified board of directors and senior management will increase the depth and breadth of the company decision making, which is critical to the company's long-term value. All 5 companies have adopted this practice. Furthermore, MCCG 2021 advised that the board of directors should consist of at least 30% female directors. Only 3 of these 5 companies have complied with this practice, which are Avantar Berhad, Hatta Liga Holdings Berhad, and Top Glove Corporation Berhad. Regarding the issue of CEO duality, MCCG 2021 suggests that different persons should represent the role of the chairman of the board and CEO. All of these 5 companies have applied this practice. Therefore, each of these 5 companies has appointed 2 different persons as the chairman of the board and CEO. That's all for the part of board of directors. Thank you, Doctor.
Good day, the Prof. My name is Ben Taiwan and my patron number is 279557. I'm going to present the part of sustainability. So, stakeholders play an essential role in every business, which may influence the corporate sustainability. There are positive relationships between the stakeholders and the corporations. The stakeholders can affect a corporation development, organization goals, and even survival. However, stakeholders also help achieve corporation goals as their support is essential for completing a project successfully. For example, satisfying customers and lead to the increasing of sales. For the part of Avantar Berhad, they emphasize sustainability development to benefit society and create continuous value to all stakeholders. For the product quality, they emphasize product quality to meet the customer's requirement and promise to give the value that customers deserve. Next, for fairness and equal rights, they also care for its employees, suppliers, and contractors with fairness and equal rights, regardless of race, sex, region, etc. Next, for the environment caps, They does its part in sustaining the environment for the future generations. For example, Avanta minimizes waste generations by recycling whenever possible. They are also trying to reduce the carbon emissions by adopting a renewable energy. Besides, they have organized activities to promote awareness about the environment to the community. Secondly, for the part of Hataleka Holdings Berhad, they are creating culture and ecosystem that benefits group, society, and stakeholders. First, for the environment protection, their sustainable committee collected matters that arise through the stakeholders' engagement. For example, customer, employees, communities, and investors emphasize environment protections, while the government agency states that environment standard compliance. Thus, Hataleka complies and goes beyond the environment standard requirements by the Department of Environment. Besides, they protect the environment by using alternative energy sources to reduce the carbon emissions, electricity consumption, and natural gas consumption. Next, for the part of the social responsibilities, they're doing well in cultivating the younger generation. For example, the Yayasan Hataleka was established to help the less fortunate to further their educations. Besides, for the creating awareness, they had organized programs such as Program Kebara Sehat and Bombaran to encourage the healthy habits and lifestyle among the community. Thirdly, for the part of Khosan Rubber Industry Berhad, they emphasize economic, environmental, and social terms for long-term sustainable growth. First of all, for the rules and regulation, the government agency influence their sustainability in compliance with the rules and regulations. For example, Khosan complies with the anti-bribery, anti-corruption policies, and malicious environment law. Besides, for the human rights and equality, the customer, employees, investor, and community influence their sustainability from social responsibilities. Khosan emphasizes human rights and equality in the organizations such as the minimum wage, workforce diversifications, employees' rights to voice, etc. Moreover, the people development is also important in Khosan. They provide a learning environment to help their employees realize their potentials, such as letting them to go through the technical and vocational education and training program in the first 4 months of their employment. Apart from this, they had donated clothes and PPE during the pandemic to the frontliners and local authorities. Fourthly, for the Supermax Corporation Berhad, the sustainability is the key pillars of their business foundation, and they are strive to maximize their stakeholders. In the perspective of the economic sustainability, Supermax invests and successfully install the contact lens divisions and increase their product line in new face mask divisions. Therefore, this investment may create job opportunities as the new product line needs more workforce. Additionally, investors emphasize business and social updates, which is influence the Supermax to care for social responsibilities. They can try to prevent the improper use of contact lens and poor eye care practice that lead to blindness. They had organized several eye care campaigns to educate the community about the proper way to use lens and the eye care procedures at the hospital and some education center. So this is a part of the creating awareness that organized by the Supermax. Lastly, for the part of the Topgolf Corporation Berhad, they emphasize sustainability in its business strategy to ensure the future viability. In the perspective of economic sustainability, Topgolf did well in creating job opportunity. Topgolf invests in health infrastructure such as medical and dental clinics and gymnasium facilities. This investment had helped to create job opportunities for the community. Besides, Topgolf itself also recruits 6,264 new employees during 2020, which might be helpful to the community, especially during the pandemic period. Although they put effort into combating climate change, Alcove had taken several actions to protect the environment, such as implementing solar power system to increase energy efficiency. Besides, they practice water management such as rainwater harvesting that saved 221,366 meter cube of water, and the water recycling that saved 2,431,382 meter cube of water. All in all, we can see that the relationship between the corporation and the stakeholders is mutually beneficial. Every role of the stakeholders may affect the corporation's sustainability and their decision making. If corporations did not emphasize the stakeholders' engagement, they might be losing support and face difficulty in their operations. Through the analysis, we acknowledge that governance structures and ethical principles play an essential role in one corporations. These criteria help corporations to create value for themselves, stakeholders, and society, which also ensure their corporation's sustainability. So, the current standard of governance structures of these 5 corporations might be considered as a strict level, where they put the effort in preventing malpractice or corruption happening among their workers. For example, Kosan adheres to no-give policies in their business, which prohibit their workers from receiving or sending any cash or gift in the commercial activities. Furthermore, the ethical principles of these 5 corporations can be considered in the satisfaction level. These 5 corporations are actively engaged in the corporate social responsibility exercise to serve and contribute to the society. For example, Yayasan Hatta Mega and Yayasan Kosan are established to help the less fortunate pursue their further educations. In conclusions, business ethics and governance should be practiced and emphasized by every company. Based on this analysis, we conclude that ethics and governance in a corporation are important for their stability, decision making, and sustainability. When corporations emphasize business ethics and governance, the exercise of corporation social responsibility automatically assets in their strategy, which may be mutually beneficial to them and society.